Can Christians really know Allah? Your worship of Allah is full of flaws and off track.
Why do you say that? You've never even seen us worship.
True, but I'm aware of flaws in your worship. For example, you wear shoes in church, sing, sit on benches, etc. There's a long list.
When you worship, the most important thing is the condition of your heart, not the style of worship. For example, do you feel close to Allah? Really hear Him speak to you when you worship?
No, but how you worship is really important. In my opinion, you Christians do a lot of things wrong.
What if we watch a video of a Christian worship service together?
Good idea. Then I can show you what I mean. Come over tomorrow afternoon. My uncle will watch with us. This will be interesting.
This is a video of a worship service in my church last week.
Let's watch the whole video. Then we can discuss different aspects.
In the first minute, I saw two flaws in the worship service.
What's that?
They were using guitars and clapping hands. You shouldn't do that.
We sing to praise to Allah for His greatness. Nothing is wrong with that. Prophet David did the same thing. In the Zabur, the Psalms, he sings to Allah. And the Psalms also tell us to clap our hands when we sing.
I saw two other problems. Some of the men wear jackets and ties. That's Western dress. And the women don't even cover their heads.
How can this be a flaw? These are just cultural matters. What's important is they wear modest clothing. We believe what's happening in the heart is far more important than the kind of clothing we wear when we worship.
What about men and women sitting together? To me, that seems to be a problem.
Sitting together as a family truly honors the women. That's far better than having the women separated and making them sit in the back of the room. What did you think of the sermon? For Christians, the sermon is very important because it explains the Word of God.
I didn't like the sermon.
There was one sentence that caught my attention. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their worship of me is empty, pointless, and useless. I think this means their worship was meaningless and not received by Allah, because it was just a ritual and their hearts were not engaged. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. What's happening in the heart is far more important than religious rituals. Our goal is to worship Allah because we truly love Him. And if we truly love Allah, we will obey His commandments. The most important commandment for all Christians is believe in Isa al-Masih and love one another.
I agree with our friend Junaidi that we must focus on our love for Allah.
My apologies. I must excuse myself. It's already evening. Thank you for inviting me into your home.
Thanks for coming and letting us watch this video with you. This was helpful to me.
You're welcome. I agree. A very good discussion. I really appreciated it and learned a lot.
It's true what Junaidi said. What's happening in our hearts when we worship is of great importance. The heart is more important than religious rituals. Up until now, I have only focused on religious rituals. That's not enough. I wonder if I can know Allah the way Junaidi does.